matchup against the Panthers. Can Carolina finish the sweep? Find out next on EA Sports.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. So here are the Saints with a long field ahead. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of it.
Stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. He'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set him back 5. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. 35 yards that time on the punt. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. to get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he frustrated. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
Now here's a throw that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That catch good for only a couple. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. This drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. The kick as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
As they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Escapes the defender. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. That catch good for only a couple. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. They're going to look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Carolina offense about ready to go, and fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
I love it. He ran a hitch route on 3rd and 6, and normally that's not deep enough to get your first down. I'd say he really ran a hitch plus to make sure he got the first down yardage. Really intelligent route running.
Yeah, because what do you say, hitches are normally 1 to 3?
Yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood. You just kind of come off the line of scrimmage and kind of show yourself to the quarterback and say, hey, here I am, present it. He went ahead and took it far enough downfield to make sure that they had enough yardage to pick up the first down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Let's go, boys. Do it. Do it.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 and 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. He tried to get away, but to no avail. And an absolute killer there. A 12-yard loss on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Two minutes to play in his first half. 7-3, our score. They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
Don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. The throw over the middle, taken in. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw again. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 48. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. The Bears looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Let's go!
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Now a dump off here complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Our defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. They'll drop to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up fourth down. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. And his kick is indeed good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. It finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Back to throw now on first down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. 2nd and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte. They're going to look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. And it's caught. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. The Panthers on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. Down onto the field comes New Orleans. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And to give this time to the tailback. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Here's a 2nd and 7. His throw incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Back to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the captain.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Going right side here, and that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays. But it has to be
a leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play there for Carolina.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Now a throw here, hauled in. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Running right through him. And down inside the 15 he goes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 11, and time a huge factor. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for Carolina, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll look to get